Here's the puppy. All right, I gutted this whole basement. Painted the wall. We had a little bit of moisture damage from the pipe underneath the driveway burst. It was our sewage pipe. Started pushing water up from here. Poop water, the best stuff. And, it got just this small area right here. So insurance took care of paying for some of it. And I just collected the check and was like, I'll do it myself later. So none of this was rotted. The carpet tiles were, only some of them. It only got to about right here, and it touched that room. So since it touched right here, we got some new. The insurance guy was kind of nice to me, and kind of said to take all of this out, just cause it read some moisture. So that's what we did. All this is new. Put this in. I painted it. So all of it's good. So we're gonna paint this so that way everything's new. And we're gonna put some. This is gonna be the only room in the house that has carpet. So got a tack strip and carpet pad and stuff like that. So, and eventually we're gonna do all this. There's the poop tube right here. So maybe this entire area right here will be another bathroom. But all the old appliances from upstairs when we bought the house is right here. So I'm gonna build an area right here for a kitchen. Countertop space maybe in between this stuff. And the sink hookups are right there. So maybe I'll move the sink over here. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So we have the old countertops from downstairs, from the original. And these are brand new Corian or whatever this crap stuff is. So original sink and everything. So we'll put all that stuff in there eventually. Finish this basement and be a complete second kitchen. So, well, this is day one. I haven't touched this basement in a long time. I ripped everything out in July of last year, and now it's March, like 2nd or something of 2024. So, yep. All right, let's get going. Getting there. Got some tack strip going. Probably gonna paint this with the same color as this. I really wish you didn't touch that, Jeff. I would have I just repainted, I guess.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. I don't even think, why did they put, whatever. Got to paint all the door frames black. And I think this is done. All of the paint is done, I believe. Ooh, you can really see those patch marks. Can't see them with my eyes, but the phone can really pick them up. Damn. I am gonna paint this black, but not this chunk. And I'm gonna paint this black, but not the face of the window. Give it some, some color. I think I'm gonna do just the face. I know it sounds crazy, but making a mess. All right. I bought this chunk of carpet at Home Depot about a year ago. And it says 12 by 12 somewhere. Oh, I had it written on the plastic. So it should be 12 by 12, but it's not. Obviously, from here to over there, which is just off the wall over there, I think this wall is 13 something. Let's do right there. Oh, it's dead on. Okay. Well, 13, and then where I kind of want to be, it goes off by the end of this. So probably that'd be a little long just because 16 points. Okay, so 16 foot, 7 inches, 16 and a half, because I was 1 inch. So now from, I'm guessing, because right there is about 2 inches off the wall. Let's double check. Oh, it's more than 2 inches. All right, so I'm gonna be shining it about right there, which is, I don't know, 3 inches off the wall. So, oh, okay. All right, so I'm gonna put this about that far. All right. So I measured it with a tape measure too, and it was a couple inches short of 12 foot. So that's okay. I bought this piece of remnants. It was on sale. I think it was like $2.59 a square foot or something. I think I got it for 90 bucks because I told him, I was like, no one's gonna take this, yada yada yada. I had a manager complaining or whatever, because someone, I guess, they overcut a job and this was just laying on the floor. So, and they just brought it in like that day. So as you can see, someone cut a nice fresh line. So I'll probably end up using that. It looks pretty nice. So I'll use that to seam. This side is trash. So, and then that side, trash, which I don't need. And then that side, either way. So, but here's the problem. I bought another chunk, and it's, you know, a regular 12, but I think I got 6 foot, but I honestly think it's a lot more than 6 foot. The dude with the machine, it was like, the machine was going like, it was spinning, and it was spitting the carpet out, or I was pulling the carpet trying to get the machine to latch, and I noticed that it was not counting the feet. So I honestly think we got quite a bit more. I think it's like 9 feet. I don't know, we'll see. But the only problem is you have to match the, if anyone's not done carpet before, you have to match the way that the, you know, pattern it goes. So we'll see. I'm thinking putting the seam, I thought this was 12 by 12 like it said, and this room is 13, so I was just going to put a seam, a whole foot seam over there, and then a couple feet over here. But if this is the case, if it fits all the way, I got to make sure it's not like sideways cut or something where it won't reach, you know. So other than that, I'll probably just do a whole chunk over there, because I don't want to seam, you know, like right here where the main walkway goes. So the reason for that is, you know, when you have a seam, you'll end up seeing the seam over time. I mean, my grandpa would probably yell at me if I said no seam can be perfect, which somehow he can make it perfect, but he spends the quality time to make it perfect. But, you know, he's got 50 years experience. But yeah, eventually seams will come apart, and you know, especially high traffic areas. So when I glued this pad down, I pretty much glued completely all over this whole area right here, and then I did the line and I did the edges. So that way, you know, this carpet pad ain't moving or coming up. A lot of times it will, like, you won't put enough right here and it'll bubble. It'll just kind of raise up a little bit. Actually, I'll show you. So over here, I didn't put any pad down, and let's see if it'll show it. There's just a little bubble in the middle, which doesn't matter because it's not going anywhere. It's glued on all sides. So, but that's what will happen, and then it'll kind of push up, or it'll fold over or anything like that from high traffic and stuff. So, all right. So there's a chunk here, I split it in half. So all of the ways are going the same. So how you can tell is not just by the one way. There's technically 3 of them, even though it looks like there's 4. So you go like this, all of them are the same. And if you go out, all of them are the same. Some of them, you can go like this and like this. It's a 3-axis. So if I turn this one around, it'll look like from one direction it'll do the same thing, but it won't the other way. So just gotta be careful. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna, this piece and this piece, this slice and that slice end, I meant, it's going to be melted together, and I got to get a perfect straight cut on this piece and that piece. So the corner of the room, there's going to be a T seam, and if you if you do one seam and then do the other seam and then do the small T at the end, you're gonna, there's a way to do it, but it sucks. You know, you have to have a longer blade and cut it perfect, and it just won't ever look great. So if you do the T, the end first, and then you slice the entire way a straight cut, match it up with the long side, it's good to go. So let's get to it. All right, I don't know where my tractor is, and what I mean by that is this little dealy. You know, you can go like this when you glue it. It's not really my favorite tool. Got a tractor, it's got a roll of teeth about this big. You can roll it. It's pretty much just got, instead of one, there's, you know, 12, and they got teeth. Not sharp, but so what you do is you line up the tape about halfway. You make sure that the carpet, this is important, make sure the carpet, when you lay it flat, gets almost perfectly on. And right here's 1/16 of an inch. That's probably because I have my knees on there. So once your trusty iron gets hot enough, you stick it in there and you wait, I don't know, 15, 20 seconds. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold it right here. I'm gonna slide it about this much, and what you do is you take the naps and you pretty much just stick right into the glue. Just make sure it's nice and tight between the 2 pieces of backing. And I usually put something heavy on it, so that way it stays stuck down. And that'll be the process. Nice and easy. About halfway through. Looking pretty good. I don't like that. That tool's too sharp. Just using the end of this. Just gotta make sure it's stuck down and nothing's in the way. All right, everything is a rough cut. Everything's cut. Did a whole seam right in the middle, right here. Did a seam right there. You see the tape. I did have to do a T. I think I explained this before, because the carpet was turned. I couldn't just buy a whole bunch of extra carpet. And I just rough cut this and rough cut that, and honestly, this was the only bit left. That's all we had. Tiny bit of waste, which is amazing. Because, as you know, this stuff is sold by the square. Well, for layman's terms, it's by the square foot. So any bit of extra feet is wasted money. So yeah, well, I'll clean up the little burrs and stuff like that with a pelican scissors. It's a scissors that's rounded, looks like a pelican beak. I guess that's what carpenters use and stuff like that. So I'm just going around feeling, making sure there's no chunks of pad sticking up or anything, because when you move this carpet around, some people pay the extra money and get a soft back. This is not soft back. So, and we'll see. All right, so we gotta take the kicker. We got a couple different styles of kickers. This one's older than me. It's my grandfather's. I am not a professional carpet layer, but I think I am a 5th generation floor installer though. So I should be professional in carpet. I just hated carpet. I always hated putting it in. It's never fun. So, but there's different levels. As you can see, the larger spikes, smaller spikes. So you just flip the switch, and the larger spikes are, you know, so since this is, we really don't need any large spikes sticking out too far. So it's for, you know, like stairs and stuff like that. It's where you want to really grab into it. But pretty much just, you know, get in there and then the extra you'll cut off. And then that's, you know, pretty much just kind of tucking it just a hair. You don't want to smash it up underneath this, because then it will bubble up over here and look kind of funny. But trim will go right here to cover whatever kind of mess you got going on behind here. So, all right, kicked everything in. I kind of just put those as mock-up. It's only 3. I think I might have one more, but I need to cut it all, bring it outside. It's just kind of a mock-up right now. Probably 1, 2, something like that. 2 more in here ish. And then I do need to put the, whatever you call it, back on, the doors for there. And then I was gonna keep this just black. As I stated before, we put all the white trim on everything. I think I'm just gonna leave this black. It's the inside of the room. It's the only one that's like way down in the basement. And it's the only room that has carpet in here. And yes, I will clean up this. It will look a lot better than that. I need to kind of shear it, and it didn't overlap, but it just wasn't perfectly clean. So there's a lot of overhang stuff. So just need to clean that up. There is one right here. Can't really tell at all. So there's that T-seam. So put on the plate covers and get to it, get the next step. You know, sometimes you get lucky when you're doing electrical work, you know. As you can see, this is kind of, probably see it just doesn't want to work. So, but sometimes you get lucky, you know. You end up touching something and kind of, you know, makes your body just a little, you know, feels good, you know, a little shock. But it's not like a shock, it's kind of like a harsh vibration, you know. I don't know, do you guys do electrical wire while it's hot? I do. Not gonna say it's super fun, but, you know, just need to be a little bit careful. So just like that, you shove it in those little holes, it sticks, it works. Now this room is actually super freaking bright because I've got that one light bulb over there is actually really huge, probably distorted, but I mean, it's the size of my freaking whole hand. It's a 300 watt light bulb. I like to put them in the rooms that I'm working in, that way, you know, you can really see everything. So